All right, all right, all right. So let's see who are the people, the early birds that will come to be the first ones to join us. Ridegbenro, you are the first one. Favor Olabode, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is YouTube. Okay, Adiola Disu, welcome. Neolene, Noeline, rather. Noeline, welcome. Okay, we are going to wait for a few minutes until our Facebook audience joins us. So then I will introduce to you my guest today. Yep. It's going to be, okay, Folashade, welcome as well. We are looking forward to a very engaging discussion with this young man, with all those books behind him. I'm sure he will have a few things to tell us. Okay, Max Keneshi is here. Folashade is here. Welcome, welcome everyone. We had a very, very engaging one yesterday, with also from Nigeria, by the way. But he's my nephew. But he did a good job. Was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Okay. Please go invite your friends, the YouTube people. I don't know how YouTube people invite people, but if you know how to do it, go invite your friends. Today is going to be a very serious day. Offorbuike is coming on in a day that, to a program in a day that is going to shake the foundation of Nigerian Christianity. He's sharing a day with revolution. Revolutionary day is what they gave him. Okay, Max Keneshi says, say hi to Florence and Joshua. Okay, are you talking to me? If that's to me, I know Joshua, that's in my house, but who is Florence? Are you sure it's Florence you want to say? Maybe you mean Julie, or in my house, do we have Florence in my house? Is it Florence? Are you talking about Florence from Sweden? From Sweden? Sweden. Who did we have from Sweden? Maybe it's Julie. Julie. Not our own Florence, okay. We are supposed to be on Facebook now, no? Okay. This is another Florence, I see. You're talking about another Florence, so I don't know that one. So, welcome everyone. We are just waiting now for Oh, Macrine is here. Welcome, Macrine. Idara is here. Welcome, Idara. How is Texas? How is Scotland? Ah, okay. So this is Joshua and Florence. I think they are husband and wife. They have been following me. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Joshua and Florence, where are you people calling from? Where are you watching from? What country are you in? Joshua, Florence. Okay, Dara is saying Texas is getting too hot. Wow. Okay, Max. Okay, Joshua and Florence are from Sweden. Now I got it. Now I got the gist. I got it now. All right, welcome. Nice to get to know you people today and to get to talk to you. I was just saying that today is going to be a day of explosion. Apart from myself, apart from this program that I'm doing with Offorbuike, we are going to be having a very interesting and a very serious topic today. A very serious topic, and it's going to be the first one on David what's his name again? David Oyedepo and the God of Mammon. Okay, let's welcome the people on Facebook. We have Orenuga, we have Pat, we have, oh, Mayowa is here. Oh. Mayowa, you have been bashing this guy, Matthew, so seriously. Now it's time for us to jump on Oyedepo after today. Oh. Then we have Awonusi, we have Aresoka, I think this is a Yoruba name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Areshoka. All right, maybe I'm going to revive my Yoruba one day by God's grace. Esther is here, Bumi is here, Francisca is here, Dejumo is here, Wole Banjoko is here. That's another of my uncles. Tosin, I know. Wow, that is my sister right there. Look who came. Look, Wole Banjoko, Auntie Tosin is here. Victor is here, Madubuko is here, Kumbi is here, Francisca, Mercy, Fonsani, Anthony, Mercy is Soken as well. Tule is here, and Ayodele, Anthony. Welcome everyone. Samuel is here. Please go and invite your friends. Go and invite your friends. And we're going to have this very interesting program. We're having this very interesting program, which is a kind of John the Baptist for the program that is coming tonight. So I want to introduce you to Offorbuike Okoli, one of my disciples. You can see from his back. Can you see from his background? You see all my books at his back, which means that the guy is a reader. And I like the way he displayed those books. That is the best way to do it. Okay. Favor is saying, I'm not seeing pictures on YouTube. No, we are seeing pictures on YouTube. Oh, that should be your own something. That should be your computer. We have Hope is here. Roma is here. Oluyomi is here on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. Now, Offorbuike, tell me something. How did you get to meet Pastor Sunday Adelaja, DSA? How did you get to meet DSA?
An exciting story. I met your teachings during my service here.
Okay.
That was in 2016, National Youth Service. So what actually happened was that I was on YouTube. I was looking for some inspiration, just checking for some inspirational videos on YouTube. So then I came across your teaching. So when I saw the video, I said, let me just check this out. So when I listened to the message, I was so inspired and I was so challenged, and it answered so many of the questions of my mind. So I said, no, I have to go back. I have to go and listen to this thing again. And the only free YouTube viewing I had was in the night from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. That was the only time I was allowed to freelance on YouTube. So I had to stay awake every night to listen to one teaching, one video or the other. Then I had to wake up my roommate and say, come on, see, come and hear what this man is saying. He's really challenging us. And it came at the very right time, because so many events have led to me being at that condition. And I really did something to inspire me. And then when I listened to those videos, they really helped me. And because there was one question my roommate was asking me that time. He was always asking me, so say, what's next after NYC? What's next after NYC? So let's thinking, what next after NYC? What should we do? So that was the question. And every time he threw that question to us, we had no answer. Because everybody was going to apply the oil company or do something or the other, but nobody was answering that question, what's next? So, but during those times I was listening to those teachings, I was able to now say, this is what I will do after NYC. That is what I will do after NYC, and it was groundbreaking. I thank God for that night. That it was a night that turned my life around. That night that I listened to that video, that really helped me to shape and guide me to what I'm even doing now. Because it was those series of videos I watched that helped me to discover my promised land. And if I didn't discover my promised land, I don't know what I'll be doing by now. So I really thank God for that night that I came across that. I believe it was God that arranged everything for me to be at that position and see that video. That was how I came across your teaching, and I met you. That's how I met you.
Now, Offorbuike, you have to tell me, because some people will be curious and say, what is the thing what are those messages that got you? Maybe you remember the first few ones, like 4, 5, or the first couple of the ones that really got you inspired.
Yes, I remember. I was watching on YouTube. Someone did a cover of your teaching. So it was showing the 10 rules of Sunday Adelaja. That was the first one I watched.
The what?
10 rules of Sunday.
The 10 rules.
Okay. 10 rules. 10 rules. Yes, of Sunday Adelaja. So you picked like different of your videos and showed like you were making one point or the other. Either stay focused or this. So I listened to those 10 rules. And I said, wow, this man has so much. So I checked on YouTube. So one of the teachings that inspired me most was that losing your job was a blessing. Because people, when I listened to that, because I just lost my, when I was doing my service, where I was posted to, they let us go. So, so I lost my job even during service here. So for me to now see that losing your job was a blessing, it captured my attention. Another teaching that was so inspiring.
No, don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. You've got to tell us how has that particular teaching changed you? But before then, you've got to tell us that teaching on why losing your job is a blessing. You've got to tell us what were the feelings you were receiving as you were listening, and what were the transformation that were happening. So we want to experience what you went through and how that changed you, and how you now applied it, and it's now, you've now applied it, and that is now a blessing to you. So take each one of them like that and tell us, what are the metamorphoses that have happened to you, just listening.
Okay. The first one, like I said, was why losing your job was a blessing. I was posted.
Wait. Say it again, because your line was bad. You said losing your job was start again.
Okay, I said the first change that happened in my life was that I discovered that losing your job was a blessing, because I was posted to work as an ICT firm. So while I was working in that firm, I closed 5 p.m. So I began to ask myself that, is this what life is all about? Every day come 8, come close 5. And I was not happy about the whole experience. So it came to a point whereby I was looking for a leave. Even though I was supposed to be serving, I was looking for leave. Any break they give us at office, I will expand my break from 1 hour to 2 hours, because I was tired of staying in the office. So that experience was pushing me down. Is it just to get a job? Because, from home, mom is telling me, find a job, raise the family, everybody's talking about that. So is there something more than just getting the job? So so that really touched me. So, but what happened was that the company eventually closed down because of tax debt and something else. So it closed down. But before it closed down, I was having a quiet time where I had, a thought. And the thought was that you will no longer be working just for salary. You'll be working to be a blessing to other people's lives. So that was the idea I had. So I thought, okay, I was not working for salary. I was working to be a blessing. So I was excited, but I did not know what really that meant. I didn't know it to mean that I would lose the job or lose my work at the service place. So I was happy about the word of God I received, but did not understand the true intent. So when the job was over, the madam turned to me and said, now you can have all the leave you want. So for me, I did not understand what to do with that. So I thought that it meant, okay, let me go and work for an NGO. Let me go and rush to another job. So I rushed to another job to work for an NGO. And the work at the NGO was even worse than working at the ICT firm. It was worse. I had more worse experience. Even the pay itself was lower.
Wow.
So I told myself, see, I have to quit this job of a thing because I'm not getting anything from this, whether working for an NGO or working for ICT firm, everything is basically just the same. And there's something more that I must find. So, but before I quit the job, my boss called the two of my colleagues, and addressed us and asked him, he said, what do you want to do with your life? And he responded to him, he said to him that, sir, I have my mom at the village. I want to make a living so I can take care of her. So my boss told him and said, even me that's standing here, this old man, I still have my mother at the village. I still have to send money to her. So he said, what do you want to do with your life? So we could not answer that question too. So then he now told us a parable or a story. He said to us that he has a farm. And in that farm, there's an orange tree in that farm to bear oranges. But because there are ghosts in that farm, whenever the tree bears orange, the goat will feed on the orange. And the tree is not able to grow very tall. So the tree remains at a short dwarf length. But if the goat will be patient enough, the orange tree will produce enough fruit for both the goat, for his family, and for the community. But the goat will not exercise patience. So everybody's losing out. So when he told us that story, we understood it. So that day, I didn't take a cab home. I trekked from office to back home saying, what is that one thing that I can do? That if I do it long enough, I can take care of every single person. I just need time to be the one that was the question that was on my mind. So when I walked home and then I quit that job, but I took that question and I kept asking myself. And now because I had time with me, I was able to go to YouTube, and that's when I met those teachings of yours. And when I now saw losing your job was a blessing. Now, what really inspired me about those teachings about losing your job is a blessing was that you explained that the greatest asset we had was time. That was what you taught. You said that our greatest asset is time. That with time, we can convert time to products, to goods, to services. That once, even if you had nothing, if you had no money, if you had nothing in life, but because we had time. And I remember you quoted Genesis chapter 1, when God was creating the beginning. And you said that God in the beginning had himself and had time. So God created with time. So I now found that, I have 24 hours. I have the best gift in life. I don't need to have a job. If I use my time and I convert my time, I cannot convert my time to what I want it to be. So that's how those teachings. So I started following your teachings on timing, and that we should turn our lives to a value chain. That we shall have a value chain each day. Our life should be like a value chain from this to that, from this to that. So every day we are coming out with either a good, a set service. Every day on WhatsApp, my status of updates, I will give inspirational quotes. So every day I was measuring my life with products. Your status updates inspired me, it challenged me, it blessed me. I would sometimes maybe put a short video of yours or write something to them on WhatsApp. So it was touching many people in different places. So I was in my house, I had no job, but I was touching the lives of people in different places from WhatsApp. And then I went on Facebook, and I started posting on Facebook, sharing on Facebook. People now said, you're back, where have you been all this time? I said, now I'm awake. I was posting so much on Facebook that people started complaining. that your post is everywhere. But see your post everywhere, you have to calm down. Everybody was saying, so now I had to not reduce the amount of posts. I was learning so much. But I was at home, I was not going anywhere. So I would play the recorded videos of yours that I had, and I would listen to them, and I was writing down, jotting. So I had so many thoughts coming to my mind. So I had to just give out. You can't keep so much with you. You have to share
do you know
that you have.
Do you know that message has now become a book? Why losing your job is the best thing that will happen to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you think
Stop Working for Kusam too was a book that blessed me?
Now, do you think that this message, this book, Why Losing Your Job is the best thing that will happen to you? What do you think it could do for young graduates or NYSC members or even everybody in Nigeria? What do you think this book is for Nigerians, especially those who are complaining of unemployment? Now that you have listened to this something, what do you think? Do you think people can really, this thing can really help a lot of young people in Nigeria?
Yes, I think it will help a lot of Nigerians, a lot of youths, because I tell youths that they should stop looking for jobs, but they should look for problems. You should not look for jobs, but problems. So I think if you start looking for problems, you don't need to look for jobs, but problems. Every problem is how I put it. Every problem has this thing. Once you start providing solution to one problem.
But I have the book now. The book is called "Where There Is Problem, There Is Money."
Yes, sir. You have a book on that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I think that's what I tell you. I said, don't look for job. Look for problems in your community. Find something to engage yourself in. There's a lot of problems, and every problem is an opportunity. Let's just go and look for problems, not jobs. Not jobs, because when we get into job, we get trapped in the Kusam system, and that system will not let you go until it has drained you down. Like you showed the example. How there's a video I watched of yours. You had a jug of water, and every time we go and walk, it's like we're pouring out the water. Our life is the water, and until the jug is empty and they throw us to go and die. So I showed that video and said, see, your life is going day by day. Your life is going day by day. You don't know, but you're not seeing it. You're pouring out your life before you.
Beautiful illustration.
Right.
So what do you think? You tell me. You tell me, how much do you think this could contribute to Nigeria and to Nigeria youth and unemployment, university students and things like that?
I think it will drastically change unemployment problem. It will resolve it because it helps every person to see what they can do from themselves. Not in external help, but help from within. Because everybody is looking outside. Which oil company is releasing? When I was in Abuja, everyone looking for police force. When are they recruiting? So we send in recruitment. But you have nothing to do with police. You're not an army. You're not even wired for army or police. But when you apply for Navy, you have no destiny with Navy. But because they are recruiting, you go and apply. We go for this one. So I think this will help us to see that from within us, there is something we can give. We have to look and say, check online, Jobber man, what are they giving? Because I tell my friends that, see, Jobber man is making money from no jobs. He found out that there was no job in the country and created a website called Jobber man, and he's making his own money. So if someone can make money from no jobs, that means there's no problem. Let's just go and look for the problems and resolve them, and that will help each and every one of us.
Beautiful.
That's what I really do.
So you have also read this book?
Yes, Stop Working for Kusam. I've read the book.
Tell me about it.
Yes, in that book, he explained what the Uncle Sam system is, and that one of the things about the Uncle Sam system is the trap it uses: salary, benefits. I have a friend that was telling me that he applied for a job. They will give you car, they will give you apartment, but I said that apartment they'll give you, you're paying, you're paying for the apartment, you're paying for the car. So
yes.
The benefits, the salary, and everything you get. So it draws people inside. So people don't see it. People just say, every year I'm receiving this amount. I'm receiving this amount. So they are carried away by the benefits and the trap of the social system. But they don't know that they are caught in that trap, and they won't let lets them go. So that's one thing the method that the Okusam system is out there to get a hold of us. And one of the things you showed in that book was that we are, as Christians, we have to seek forth the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is our priority. We should find our purpose and calling. If we're trapped in the Okusam system, we will not fulfill our purpose. And when we get to heaven, we have to answer God. What will God tell us? You tell God, I was working a job, I was doing this. But that purpose, for instance, maybe he called you to resolve rehabilitation problem, but you forsook that problem. You forsook those who are outside, who are hungry, who are, and you just got yourself in an oil company and you're stuck in there. But so many people, like you wrote in your book, the world is waiting for you. The world is out there, the endless expectation of the creation, waiting for the manifestation of the for we, the sons of God, to manifest. But we are being trapped up in a job, trapped in the Okusam system. And if we are trapped in that system, there's no one that we can affect and do the mandate that God has called us to fulfill.
Offorbuike, you know, I used to think that I actually think, if you notice in this book, you will notice that I use a lot of examples from America, from the Western world, because I thought I was writing this book mainly for the Western world people. So you mean the Okusam system don't reach Nigeria? You mean Okusam system is in Nigeria already?
Okusam system is really in Nigeria. It has a stronghold in Nigeria. A very strong hold in Nigeria. Very, very strong hold in Nigeria, sir. Very strong hold in Nigeria. It's out there, especially in especially in Abuja, where I was serving. All the the police force, NAFO, because they recruit you and you go there and you're doing nothing. You're only pressing WhatsApp throughout 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's nothing you are doing. That's why in WhatsApp you see many videos there. Because people are watching those videos every time. That will keep them busy. People go to work now with phone and charger. That's the instrument for work. Once you have your phone and charger, that's good. You just try to have enough chatting to keep you busy. Once it's 4 a.m., I was at the radio house in Abuja. 3 p.m. already. People already closing from work. 3 p.m. They're already saying bye-bye, entering the staff bus to go back home. Because there's literally nothing they are doing in the office. It's just to stay around your mark register and so. But when we've discovered that, see, there's something that God has called us to do. It keeps us busy and going. At 70, 80, we're still strong because there's something our heart is burning for. We're not just pouring our life down. We are refilling our life daily because we see something to go out and charge towards to, like we are doing about this move agents. There's something charging us to go and speak out. So every single day, while you're in toilet, while you're in the bedroom, ideas are flowing through your mind on how you can be a representative of Jesus to the outside world there. So, but when you get trapped in the job, there's nothing pushing you or flowing. You're just satisfied with normal life as it is.
So it is God that made you to come across this my video.
It was God. It was really God.
So
who made me come across this.
So you never even heard of Sunday Adelaja before?
No, before that, I bought two of your books, Money Won't Make You Rich and Pastoral Retouchers, simply because the titles were fascinating. But I really did not know much about you. But I just bought those books and said, this book, there's something inside there. I read Money Won't Make You Rich, I flipped through it, but I did not really get the message. So it was just in my library. And I continued life until 2017 that I got. And I said, I have this man's book in my library. I must go and grab them now and buy more.
So you didn't know I was doing video like that before?
No, I didn't know they were doing videos like that before. I didn't know about it. Because the Okusam system doesn't allow you 8 to 5. When I come back from work, I eat, and the next thing I find myself on the bed and I sleep. Looking forward to us tomorrow again, that I'll be out. So no time to really check what's going on out there, what's happening out there, and what's going on. So nothing, but it was after I lost my job and I had that much time to myself that I said, okay, let me just check what's going on. So I think we having that time back, getting our time back, will help us to really discover some things that we never knew existed.
Yes.
So that's why I talk about
you spoke about the first message you ran into. That is why losing your job is the best thing that could happen to you. Now, what are about give me about 2 or 3 more of those messages that some of the first ones that you got to listen to.
I listened to the one about time conversion of time, how we can convert our time, about turning our life to value chain.
No. You don't answer like that. You answer one and explain, and then how that has contributed to you. Then the next one, like that.
It's one about time conversion really helped me because I had no job now, so I would have just been sleeping in the room because the funny thing about it was that where my PP age, as well, I was serving, they actually told us that they'll be giving us a certificate showing that we're still working, but we could come to the office or not. So I could do anything I wanted to do. I could go back home to Lagos, I could sleep at home, and I'll still receive my 19.8 every month. So I had free time to myself. I could do anything I wanted to do, and I'll still receive the government allowance.
Wow.
So that was the opportunity I had to myself. So I could stay at home every month. I just go and do my PC and get my Nawi, and life goes on throughout the remainder of the year. So that was what happened. So, but what happened was that when I got that teaching about time, and I felt like, okay, now I have a resource at my hand. I have the raw material. What am I going to convert this raw material to? So the first thing I did was I said, okay, what skills do I need to learn? What skills do I need to learn? So I went to apply to learn how to do web design, web programming, and I started learning that. Then I started spending more time reading books, watching your videos and those things. So it helped me to learn a lot and to find out what God has planned for me ahead. So that's what that teaching helped me. It helped me to manage my time more and to appreciate time very well.
So you started creating yourself, creating the skills you needed, creating the values you needed, developing, creating yourself with your own time. You are creating a new you for the future that you want to build.
Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir.
Any other message you'd like to mention out of those first ones that impressed you? Any other message out of those first ones that you listened to?
Okay, another message that impressed me was that I started following your teaching, started watching, because I had just 4 hours, 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. to watch free YouTube videos. I couldn't watch that much. So and your videos were very lengthy. So I wanted to get as much as I could. I wanted to watch, because when I saw plenty, I saw this man has so many videos. How can I cover this? So I started, sometimes I'll just go to one, I want 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So I wanted to just get some, because there's so many things that I wanted to know. So that's how I saw, but one of them I got ready to was the one about tithing. So when I saw the one about tithing, I said, what? Is this man speaking against tithing? I wanted to cut off immediately. I wanted to cut off immediately. I said, no, there's no way, because I had held on to that tithing stuff so much. So I said, no way, this man is not, I love other messages, but this one, if he continues like this, forget it, it's okay, it's over. So, but the funny thing about it was that I was studying the Old Testament during that period. So every time you quoted a scripture in the Old Testament, I would go and look at it. And exactly what you said was there. I saw the orphans, the widows, the fatherless, and everything. I said, wow. I looked further again, I read further. I saw it again, orphans, widows. I said, I am marching on every character, every pastor was going to, no. So I saw it myself that, see, it's not him now. In the Bible, I saw it that the orphans, the widows, were supposed to take care of them. I said, I never knew that it was so important to God like that. I never ever knew. Because before that time, I had two resources that I listened to that shaped my worldview. I listened to an American preacher, and he talked about the 4 types of giving. He said the tithe, the alms, the fourth fruits, and the seed. And he was saying that each of them have rewards. He said the alms is whatever you give, you get back. If you give $1, you get $1. But he said the big boy is in the seed. That when you sow the seed is when you get 30, 60, 100. And then I was reading a book titled Seed Faith. So those books and those resources shaped my mind to think that the big thing is seed. So every time I will package my seed, in Nigeria, we package our seed. So we'll package our seeds and get it ready. So I will package my seed, and every day I won't look at anybody that is poor around me, but I'll go and say this seed. Because if I sow the seed, I'll get 30, 60, 100 fold. So I wanted to get that 30, 60, 100 fold. And then he taught us to name our seed. So I was not naming my seed. So imagine I was lost in all those things. So when I now saw that you were emphasizing on the importance of caring for the poor widow, it really changed my whole view. The funny thing about it was that, sir, during my NYC, the account where the government was paying Malawi was locked because of some restrictions. So I was not able to access my allowance for about 10 months. So it was now counting up to 100 and something thousand naira. So I was not planning. I said, okay, what will I do with my tithe? So, but I had a roommate who was attending Dunamis, the headquarters in Abuja. So he told me that they are building a cathedral called the Lost Garden. So I said, okay, I will sow my seed into that Lost Garden so that I can get a blessing. So that was what I was planning. But when I was working for the NGO, I met 4 families. I met a family where this grandma was taking care of 5 children because the children lost their parents due to Boko Haram. And we were living inside a container, a metal container, and inside an abandoned car. That's what they're living. So I was not even thinking about them. But when I came across those teachings about caring for the poor, I knew exactly that my tithe cannot go to that cathedral. It's going to take care of those families. So I withdrew that tithe and I handed it complete to that woman, that grandma, who was over 80 years old. So I said, Mom, take care of her. And when I came to her child was very sick. I was sleeping in an abundant calf. Flies, everything was on the child. I said, take care of this. So it really impressed me for me to learn that God is more particular about caring for the poor, the widow, and the orphans. That really changed my whole life.
Wow.
So I wanted to show you. So I was packaging my seed. So these are some of the gifts. If you could see here, you see that 30, I was pricing it in dollars. Because I was packaging my seed and selling it. So I'll be pricing it that, okay, this is 34 though, and I'll name my seed. This is what my seed is, so I will name it because I was practicing what I was hearing. But up till now, I've not gotten any 30, 60, 100 fold. They don't want any of it. So I knew all those things were just...
So you see, the problem with Nigeria is that Nigerian Christians have been introduced to these American preachers who are just servants of mammon. They are not recognized in America. They don't have big ministry. Only small people follow them. And the one that have big ministry, America hates them. People like Benny Hinn, America hates him. People like Copeland, America hates Copeland. People like Dollar, America hates Dollar. But the way the way we see them in Africa, as if they control the whole world, they control the whole of America. They are not accepted. They are not respected. They are looked down on as people who are robbing poor people to live. That is the way they are looked at. But so you are going to listen to those people. I mean, I wonder who that American preacher is. It might have maybe he was trained by Mike Murdoch. Or it was trained by some of these world faith people that are, that those people are cults. And it is the cults that our country is following. Our country is following the word of faith cults. And our so-called fathers, they don't even know better. Their heroes are all of these word of faith cult people. I mean, we have lost it totally. They have destroyed Christianity in Nigeria because of this kind of preaching that they are saying that we should name and claim and all that. And Nigeria is getting poorer. The more you sow to those cathedrals, the more the country becomes, the poorer the country becomes. And those cathedrals will be empty soon. I bet you. They are going to convert them. They are going to sell them. They are going to convert them to research institutes. We are going to do something meaningful with those cults. And it is horrible what they have done with our country. It is not Christianity people are practicing in Nigeria. It is anything but Christianity. It is glorified witchcraft. It is glorified paganism, glorified idolatry. That is what we are practicing. We are not practicing Christianity in that country. We have lost it. And these Americans, the good thing with America is that those ones who are teaching like that, they are infringed. They are at the periphery of the society. They are not known at all. They are not, they are not the main churches in America. But the tragedy of Nigeria is that those are the main churches. But all the most popular churches in Nigeria are these particular ones. But those TV ministries in America, no, they are just the smallest. They are, in America mainly is based on evangelical Christianity, apart from Catholics, evangelical Christianity, mainland Christianity. They are the real ones that are that are the majority in America. But these other ones, they are looked down upon. They are not respected. It's a pity that young men like you are following them. I'm sure in campuses, many more young people are following those kind of people. What did you say?
I said, very many people are following them, very many people. I have a friend that is looking forward towards buying his private jet very soon. Praying towards it.
How?
And telling us that, I don't know what it is, but he's I think maybe I sowed the seed. So he's looking forward towards getting his private jet very soon.
Because he has sowed the seed.
He has sowed the seed, so he's strong. He's believing that it's very soon that his jet. We tried to tell him that no. He said no, that nothing can dissuade him that he's going to get private jets, that we should just watch.
How old is he?
24, 23 years old, 25, 24 years.
What job does he have?
It's just, I think he's serving in the ministry or something, so I don't know.
He's serving.
Yeah, in the ministry.
But because they have sown the seed of greed, the seed of greed has been sown in him. And they have sold him to the god of Mammon. And he's not even aware of it. He thinks he's talking about God, but it is the god of Mammon because he's following the God that his fathers in the Lord are following. And those people are not serving the Almighty God. They are serving the god of Mammon. And so the only thing they see is private jet. That is greed. Greed. You know, money should not be for private jet. It should be to resolve the issues and the problems of your world, to make the world a better place. That is what Christians should be talking about, not about a 23-year-old thinking about private jet. Even if he has money now, you know what he will do with it. He will be using it for bravado. He will be using it for, you know, private jet and things like that. That is what they have done with Christianity in our country. All right, so, but how did you get all these books that I'm seeing at your back?
Okay, after I listened to those messages, I said I must get the books. So instantly, because I had my allowance was still there after I paid the tithe to the woman, I sent some money down to someone who was selling your books in Lagos. I said, get me as many titles I could get with this money. So I paid for those books and I got them. Then later on, when I came back to Lagos, I bought some from Miss Chioma. So that's how I got most of the books I have here.
Is it Bode that you got the first ones from?
I don't know his name.
Okay. Yeah, but you know, you started reading.
Yes. I started. When I came back to Lagos, I started reading and pounding through the pages. Especially Only God Can Save Nigeria. I was reading that book in the shop. So
I was
reading that with someone met me and said, what?
Sorry?
I said I was reading the book, Only God Can Save Nigeria, what to meet in the shop.
Yeah.
So somebody now saw me the book and said, wow, only God can save Nigeria. Yes, only God can save Nigeria. Only God can save. So the man did not know that you were saying what a myth. He thought you were saying that only God can save Nigeria. So he was not praising the book and saying, only God can save Nigeria. Only God can save Nigeria. So he went to buy a copy. But when he read it, he saw that you were saying, only God can save Nigeria. What a myth. And that last sentence changed the whole idea of the book. So I think it was really challenged by boss. When I read that book, I was really challenged and I learned so much. That was the book that I read. That I sent you an email that I had an idea that I should start organizing essay projects in secondary schools for students on how they can resolve the problems around them. It was reading that book that I got that idea about that essay project. And it was a success. This project was a success. And we have completed that project.
You have completed it?
Yes, we completed the project.
Yeah, tell our audience about the book, because they don't know what the book is talking about. The person I interviewed yesterday, Tim, he said every individual, every Christian, either you are Nigerian or you are not Nigerian, that every human being must read this book. Why do you think he said that?
Okay. I think one of the things that this book will do is that many people think that ministry is for just the fivefolds. But when you read through this book, you find that everyone can go into the entertainment world, politics, and every single thing. We can go in as ministers into those various spheres. That we're not just called to just into the fivefold evangelism and stay within those 4 walls. That we're actually supposed to go into the various spheres in the country and begin to deliver and save those spheres. Because what I was trained with was that, it's just, within the 4 walls. But in that book, you show that there are various spheres that we can go in and carry that, the
kingdom, the kingdom of God and the calling
into those various spheres. and begin to deliver those various spheres. So I think when I first heard that teaching, I posted it on Facebook that if you should not just stay within the fivefolds. Two of my friends called me and told me, don't say that again, no, don't repeat that again, no, repent, repent. I was very, very surprised. They come and say, repent now. I said, I had to call Pastor Edwin and say, Pastor Edwin, what am I saying? Because I had not read the book Short Shift yet. Was later I read Short Shift, so Pastor Edwin was able to show me that, ministry is not done within the fivefolds. That there's also the ministry of help and the ministry of other things. So he showed me that, and I said, okay. So I went back to those friends and said, ministry is not done within the fivefold. That there are various things in the country that we are called also to go in and deliver and save the people in those various spheres. So I think that's what's going to help people that to know that, because everyone in that book, you show that we're all calling and saying, God, come and save our country. But one thing you said in that book that was very, very striking was that how else can God save a country whereby 70% or more of people are saved? And the post, I said, how else? If people, majority are saved in the country, what else do you want God to do? He already has his agents, his saviors there, and you're still calling on him to come again. It can't happen. Because he has saved majority of them. Those ones should not go in and go and save and touch their country. So that was one question that you raised in that book that really that was really inspiring. That if the country will have majority, many Christians, many cathedrals, the biggest churches, biggest pastors over here, and we're still saying, God, come and save our country, oh, God, come down and come and save our country. It can't happen because we are already here. And you said there are two prayers that God cannot answer. First of all, asking him to do what he has already done. And second of all, asking him to do what he has sent us to do. If he has sent us to do, we can't be asking to say, oh God, come and do what he has sent us to do. So that's not possible, and that's very, very true. That we can't pray to God and say, God, come and do what you have sent us to do. If your mom sent you somewhere and say, go and do this, you say, Mommy, come and do that thing again. No, she has already given you the authority and the power to go and do that. You go and do it. You go and execute that power and that authority. Like it happened in the story of Moses. Moses was calling on God to come and divide the sea. And God said, Moses, use what you have. Use the rod and divide that sea. Let the people go. Let the people go. I think that's one of the things in that book that you said that was very, very inspiring.
But how come this book helped you to give birth to that idea? And I would also like us, after you finish talking about the book, I would also like you to tell us about the idea and how you executed the idea.
Okay, when I was reading that book, I was reading a particular chapter where you were talking about, I think we were giving examples of the different works that was happening in Ukraine.
Yes.
That it seems they were doing in Ukraine.
Yes.
So when I was reading that, I was now brainstorming about, okay, I want to reach the youths here. I want to reach them in the school. So I was now looking through the plans and the examples you said. I said, okay, how can I relate this to my own community here? I was thinking on that, and now got the idea. I said, okay, since you stated that we should find out the problems around us, we should make a list of them. So I said, I can't sit down here and just be writing down problems. I need to go and meet the people. So I said, okay, can I have a project where I'll ask people the question and say, tell me 5 problems that you are facing in your schools. So I will now assemble all those problems and start resolving them one by one. I say, okay, let me put into a project, an essay project. I'll go to school and announce that, see, I'll give awards to the first, second, and third. But here's the topic. Write 5 problems that you are facing in your school and how to resolve them. So that will begin to shape their mind that, see, you can identify problems and you can resolve them. That was the idea of the project. So, and then when the results came out, I will now take the report sheet, and pick up all the problems and make a list of them and see how we can solve those problems. Because I believe that God has sent me as a savior to this community where I live. I live in Ojo local government area. And it was during one of the teachings I listened to where you talked about finding your promised land. And I'll still talk about that maybe later on. I went on solitude, and then during solitude, I had an idea that, stop looking for work everywhere. There's work back home where you come from. Go and resolve those problems. Stop looking for work in one oil company or something. Go back home and start resolving the problems. And then
Hello? Hello. Okay. Network, that's what they call it in Nigeria. Network. I think they have issue with network. So how do you resolve that? I think we should try to call the guy back. Okay, go ahead and call the guy back because I think they have what they call network right there. But the guy is full of the fire of God, and his energy is amazing. He's very inspirational young man. I just hope that when I arrive in Nigeria, I mean, I'm so impressed that I don't even need to meet these people. These people they don't even need to meet me. They just need to read these books and listen to the messages. And I'm impressed by the same grace and the same fire they are carrying. I mean, he's carrying the same energy, the same, the same understanding that myself is carrying and people around me here. That is very, very encouraging. That I mean, this is giving me hope with Nigeria and for Nigeria. That it means there is hope for Nigeria because if I've not gotten there, only my books he got a hold of, and he got a hold of the messages on the YouTube, and now he's doing so much. He's already solving problems. I don't know if you got what he was saying about the schools. He started going through to schools and giving them giving them assignment to write on the problems they see around them and how they are going to resolve those problems. So he started saying he will give them money for it, the award. I don't know what he was giving, what award, but he's giving them award for the winners. And not just to write articles or to write essays, but actually to implement those things that they say is a problem in their community. So that is just by reading one book. One of these books, and that is what has led him to doing that. So this is very encouraging, and from what I had yesterday as well with Tim and this young man. These are young men. Tim was 24, and this one also is about 24. So these are young men that are that are very, very young, and they are already getting the message. If without even me, them knowing me or coming in touch with me, I'm impressed. It means there is hope for Nigeria. If they could just stay back in Nigeria and then already, go through transformation and change like this means that, yes, by the grace of God, there is hope for Nigeria. There is hope for Nigeria. And, and especially that topic that he's talking about, why losing your job is the best thing that will happen to you. Because a lot of people in Nigeria are just looking for a job. But this particular book and the message that that changes life, why losing your job is the best thing that could happen to you, that could set the whole of Nigerian youth on fire, set them free. Now he's no more looking for a job. And before he said he was writing to oil companies and things like that. But now he's realizing it himself. He's discovering himself by himself in the house, and he's already doing his own businesses. He set up his own businesses and doing his own thing, and even giving awards to schools and to students, and from one school to the other, organizing essays. I mean, somebody who was looking for a job, who just finished serving, and he's not doing any official work. Just adding value to himself, creating value chain about himself. I mean, and then that's how he started his own business, and he's doing his own thing. So no more looking for a job, but he's giving life and meaning to many other people. He's resolving the problem of his community, of his area. I really wanted you to listen to him to the end. Call him on WhatsApp. Maybe we should talk to him on WhatsApp, through WhatsApp. Because it's good to listen to this guy to the end. It's good he has some good thoughts, and he's reading quite a good number of my books. Wow. Just in this 1 year, under 1 year. It's encouraging to see that there are people. Yes, Idara is saying he's going to be a great man. I believe so. I think he has a great potential. He has a lot of energy. Yeah. Yeah. I hope we could get him back. But how do people do business in that country? Eh? How do they even survive if this is the way internet works? I mean, this is alarming. I don't even know if I don't think they even have that kind of problem in Europe here, in Ukraine here. I've never even heard about it, that people have internet or whatever, network problem. I never even had it here in Ukraine, network problem. No, everything is working. Well, we are trying to get him back. Maybe the electricity went off because sometimes they complain about that too. Or what they call it, apart from electricity, they call it, there's something they always complain. Data, yeah? Generator. Generator, data, and things like that are those things they complain about all the time. Well, we'll see what this one is all about. But in the meanwhile, let me tell you about the books that he has read. So he has read The Jesus You Never Knew. He has read How to Regain Your Lost Years. He has read How to Regain Your Lost Years. He has read Life is an Opportunity. Life is an Opportunity. He has read The Essence and Value of Life. The Essence and Value of Life. He has read Pastoring Without Tears, even though he's not a pastor, but he has read Pastoring Without Tears. He has read Church Shift. He has read Who Am I? Who Am I? He has read Miles Monroe, Why Bad Things Happen to, Finding Answers to Why Good People Die Tragic and Early Death. Why Good People Die Tragic and Early Death. He has read Kingdom Driven Life. So you can see why these people are so much on fire, because they are being transformed. They are reading books and they are allowing the books to transform them, apart from, listening to the messages. He has read Money Won't Make You Rich. So the guy is doing good. He's doing good for himself. And of course, he has read, I think he's listening to only the message. Why losing your job could be the best thing that could happen to you. Then he has read this one as well. Only God Can Save Nigeria, What a Myth. And he has also read Stop Working from Kusam. Yeah, read Stop Working from Kusam as well. So these are the books he has read. Let's see if we could... I think we got him. It's like he's back. Let's see. We did his video, right? Does he need to put that on, or only the voice? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello? Offorbuike? Oh, what is it?
I can hear you.
You can hear me, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, your quality of sound has reduced.
I can hear you.
Yeah, but we can hardly hear you. You hear me, but I cannot hear you. Okay, let's call you back. We'll call you back now. We'll call you back again. Yes. What did you say? Are you trying to tell me something? Okay, let's call him back. We'll call you back now. That's the only other problem that we have with working with Nigeria. They don't have network or whatever. They don't have internet. They don't have good internet, I would rather say. Hello? Hello? No, no way. We still don't have him. Yeah, almost all the time. Yesterday, I don't know what Tim did. I think he probably talked to God. Or, yeah, I don't know how he resolved that problem. By the way, when is Daddy Freeze coming back? Huh? 26th. Okay. 26th is a good time for him to come back, just before my birthday. You have to tell him that he must not miss that date, because that's my birthday. So 2 days before my birthday. So you have to tell him that I think we should even begin to announce it. Today, no, we see maybe next week from when is 26th? 26th is in 9 days. We have to begin to announce it maybe from Monday. Okay, from Saturday. No, from Saturday. It starts from Monday. Monday is better. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Aha. Okay, it's like you are back, oh.
Yes, I'm back.
What did happen to your phone?
I don't know, it just crashed.
This is a Nigerian language. What do you mean telephone crash? I mean, if you say that kind of thing, yeah, nobody will understand what you are saying. That's why I said what he said, it just crash. Hello. I think the thing is still crashing because I can't hear you. Hello. I think the thing don't crash. I think the guy is telling the truth. He said it just crashed. I think the thing don't crash for sure. It don't crash. What's that? I think that means it stopped or what? It broke down. It don't crash. Very good. You'll never be bored with these Nigerians. But how they are surviving it, only God knows. We've got to go and do something there. My God. God release me from here on time, eh? Because we've got to do something about this Nigeria. Because you just wonder how are people surviving it. This is horrible. It's horrific. It's horrific. Okay. You know what I would do? If I don't get him again now, okay. Hello?
Yes, sir.
You think you are back?
Yes, I'm back. I think everything's okay now.
Yeah, I think so too. Because now I can hear your voice now.
Yes, sir. That's all expressed in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's very, very painful. Only your head has become very low that we can hardly see your head. We are seeing now it's better. Yes, now it's better. So you said you started going to school. What did you do in the schools? After reading this book, yes, about only God can save Nigeria. This is one of the ones that Tim also said is one of his best.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
What we did was that we organized an essay project. So we went to the school.
What do we call it?
And then essay project.
Yeah, okay. You have to talk in a way. You know, not everybody. It's not everybody here that is Nigerian. All those essay projects, if the people will not get it, you've got to pronounce it. SA project. That is like, writing project. Yeah. Good. Go ahead.
An SA project.
Yes.
Okay, so we went to the school and we told them our plan. Now what we want to do is that for the senior secondary school students, so we told them that they are going to write 5 problems that they are facing in the secondary school, and they'll come up with solutions on how to resolve them. So we sent them and we told them to go home, do researches, and come up with 5 problems that they feel they are facing in the school, and then how to resolve them. So our plan was that, first of all, our goal was that we want to gather information about the problems that are facing people in the schools, youth in the community. That was our first goal. Second of all, we want to begin to train the youth to begin to identify problems and see that they have what it takes to solve them, so they can develop that skill of seeing problems and solving them. So those are our two goals in mind when we organized that project. So we went to the school and told them that they should write, and that the first, second, and third, we're going to give them awards and gifts. So we went to the school and we launched the project, and we gave them a time frame. So they wrote and submitted, and they would give an English teacher to mark it, and then we got the results. We awarded the first, second, and third, and we picked those problems, and we're working with them currently.
But how do you find money to give awards, since you yourself, you are just finishing NYSC?
Okay, what we did was that we didn't make it so big. So what I did was that I found out like this award plaque. So I found just a small wooden carved plaque. So I gave to each student, and I bought a scientific calculator, which I packaged, and I gave to each of them. And I think they appreciated it very well, because it was everyone was excited.
Very good. So you are able to sustain yourself right now, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So because you said you stopped looking for the oil company, so you are now like your own entrepreneur, right? For yourself, you are working on for yourself.
Yes, sir. But the thing about it was that my dad is late, so the business he started was left in the hands of people who are not really passionate like he was. So they're just taking the business here and there and here and there. But you could see the drama that I was out in Abuja looking for a job where I had to work back home. So my mom had to be shuffling between these two businesses, her own business and all these things. And then we have 5 kids. So taking care of all those things was big responsibility on her. So, but because I was carried away with the Okoli system, I was not thinking about going back to help my mom. I was thinking about, okay, digging my own ground, finding my own place, getting my own salary, finding something big to help. But when I got during that solitude that I had during those 3 days, the word that I heard was that, are you foolish? That was what came to my mind. Are you foolish? There is work back home, and you're looking for work somewhere else. So I told myself that I'm going to go back to my dad's business, pick that business up, reshape that business, model that business, give it a good fit, and while I'm working on reshaping my community and transforming the community here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that full-time and part-time, working on touching the lives of people over here. So that's what I'm doing currently now.
So you are a Lagos boy?
Maybe you can say that.
We call them Omo Eko, right?
Yeah.
Because
yes, sir.
You say you are from is it, what do you call that area? Also? Ojo. So what do you plan to do for the community? Because you say that there is a plan you have for the community. Yeah.
Okay. For what I'm planning now, let me say the phase 1 of project I'm planning now is that I want to organize a youth mentorship program that will, just like the mentorship program that you are organizing currently now. But what I want to do is that every week we'll meet. But they will have tasks on assignment. I will put them on the program that will check them. That, for instance, we'll give them a book to read, and they will come up with reviews and everything. So we want to put the youth under that kind of program on mentoring them and reshaping their mind. So that's what I want to build currently now, and see that I can touch a lot of youth to that mentorship program. When that is done, I'm looking forward towards doing other greater things in the community. But that's the phase 1 of what I'm working on, that youth mentorship program. I want to work on that, build that system, and start using that to bring youth together. So that, because where I stay is close to the Adelaja international market. It's a popular market here. So most youth are about, make I go hustle, money. So that's what I'm thinking about, hustling and money. But I want to begin to talk to them about various values, studying, building in themselves, working harder on yourself than just to get money. So that's the thing. So personal development and all those ideas. So I want to begin to talk to them about that. So I'm working on building that youth mentorship program. Once that is done, that will be my phase 1 work right here in Ojo community.
So we
started.
Yes, go ahead.
We called it Ojo Revolution. That was the title of our team. Ojo Revolution.
So you already have a team?
Yes, I have a team of some friends that will work together.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you want to start a revolution from your own area?
Yes, sir.
Before you take it to Nigeria?
Yes, sir. That's what I plan to do, sir.
How old are you now?
23 years old, sir.
23?
Yes, sir.
I think maybe I should just focus on this new generation, no? Because yesterday I had one who was 24 and you are 23, and you people are impressing me very much.
Yes, sir.
So
it's the good seeds that.
Yes, go ahead.
It's the good seeds that have been sown into our lives from people like you, sir.
Now, the question is, it's like I'm thinking loud now. It's like even me, without coming to Nigeria, without you people meeting with me, if you people could get a hold of my book and study it like you are doing now, and read and listen and, you know, very well to all my messages, it means that even itself, on itself, is enough to raise up a new generation.
Perfectly, sir. That's very true. That's very true. The resources, the messages, the books. I'm looking forward to us buying other books. And I'm looking forward to us, since I have this time, since I'm the one managing the business, I have time to sit down in the shop and really study. If there are no customers coming, I can sit down and read, so that I have time to read a lot of books. So I'm looking forward to us studying many books and learning a lot. And since I can have that program where I can share with a lot of youth and inspire them, so that jointly we can go and touch the lives of many people. So I think even without you stepping a foot in Nigeria, there will be great work that will be done right here in this country without you coming.
Yeah, because if you say that you are planning to organize youth, what do you call that youth?
Youth mentorship program.
Yeah, youth mentorship program. You know, by the time you get 100 people reading the books and listening to the videos, they will become like you very soon. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's the goal. That's the goal. Yes, sir. Now, I already have some friends already that are charged up and are moving already in their various localities that we've talked to. Because before now, we had a small team of friends, so we talk, whenever we learn something, we share. And each of us are already moving towards doing one or two things wherever we find ourselves. So we just want to multiply.
That's very similar to what towards Tim was saying yesterday too, that he was also influencing his friends in Nigeria, out of Nigeria, that they are already pushing the thing already. So yes, I think your generation might be more. I think there is more hope with this new generation than it's like this other generation have been mesmerized by the church. They have been totally destroyed.
Yes, I believe so, sir. I believe so, sir.
But you too, you used to be a church boy, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I used to be a church boy because I schooled I scored my schooling from secondary school to university was in Christian Circle. I schooled at Faith Academy and Covenant University. So I was all.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious. So I spent 12 years in Canaan.
Primary school, secondary school, and university.
University. I did a 5-year course, so I spent a whole lot of time on that ground. And we are compulsory forced to have to attend. There's no choice to say I want to go this place. You have to attend the services as they come. So you have to take every single. You don't miss any moment. You must capture every moment. So I went through for 11 years through that thorough.
Is it not a difficult thing for you to now change all those indoctrinating that they are put into you and now receive my own teaching?
Yes, it was not that difficult because I think face by face, God was leading me towards meeting you. Because before, when I started, I was very, very, soaked with the messages from the bishop and every single thing. But after a while, it was progressing until I started listening to Taylor's Bond. So with Taylor's Bond, I was shifted. So I started thinking differently. I started thinking differently. So until after listening to Taylor's Bond, I bought some of his books And then ultimately, I think that positioned me to receive the messages we're sharing. Though it came in hard, but I was able to accept it. And I thank God for accepting it and the things he has done.
Why are Nigerians saying that my message is hard?
It's because over here, the way we see things, the way we take things is very different. Once we endorse a man of God, a bishop, we actually just take everything he says and believe it, hook, line, and sinker. So when somebody else comes and is touching that thing, it's very, very difficult for anyone to, because, you have already gone, unless you have gone so deep, for you to not start taking yourself out. No, you don't want to go through that. You just want to accept it as it is. You don't come out of that place. You don't come out of that place. That's the way it is. But the thing about me was that even though I was schooling in Winners, my family background is Catholic. So my mom would not allow me to get so deep. To say, don't forget, you are a Catholic. Yeah, so every time I come back home, she tells me to go back to the Catholic church and continue where I stopped. So I was always having that going in, coming out, going in, coming out. So I did not have that opportunity to become so deep in. So I think that was what helped me. That going in, go to school, when I come back, I have to be a Catholic. When I go back there, I have to be a Pentecostal. I have to come. So that was what happened for me.
Is it not ironic? And is it not ironic that today is the day I'm starting to unveil Bishop Oyedepo, and you have spent 12 years with him, and you are the one that is doing this, that I'm doing the earlier program with today. There's something symbolic there.
Yes, I believe so. Because it's not I try to tell my friends. I tell my friends that look at my background. There's no way that I will have this background. And I was very devoted. I was even a leader in most of the service units. In school, I was the leader of the prayer force unit in the whole school. I was leader. I tell my friend that there's no way that I can have this background and be sharing these messages and you're fighting me. There must be something that I've discovered. There must be something that I have seen that's making me just jump into and just share it on Facebook because I just hate Bishop, I hate anybody. I said, even Pastor Chris, I used to have over 20 gig of his messages on my laptop. I used to have so many of his messages on my laptop. I listen to them with my friends when we was campus. We have many of them. So, and that's in school that time, we're all Pastor Chris followers. So they drowned that on us. So I said, if I'm doing what I'm doing now, it's because I've seen some things, I've watched some things, and that's making me to now take the stand I'm taking now. So do your research well. As my friend, do your research well. Don't just conclude. Don't just say you're going to hell. Stop sharing that man's message. That man's message is not good. Don't follow him. He has lost it. He has lost it. I said, no. Do your research well. Check your Bible for yourself. Read the Bible well, and you'll see that these points you are raising are crucial. Listen to us for the second time. Don't just conclude. Don't conclude. Put us on the shelf and keep looking over and over again. Let time tell. So I try to tell my friends, I'm not going to say this is terrible because you are closed and open door for you. So I try to encourage them that don't just, close everything and say there's no hope. There's no hope. Listen very well. Pick one or two things at least that can be a blessing to you. Don't just say the man of God has lost it. You should go and repent. No, I don't think that's what you should do. I think they should listen. They should pay attention. Watch the series. I put a post, one of your posts on WhatsApp, where you said Adelaja admits to using control over his members. So I put it on WhatsApp. So a friend sent to me on WhatsApp and said, "What nonsense is this?" One another friend sent to me and said, "This is so beautiful." So I said, "Look at it." One said, "What nonsense?" Another one said, "This is so beautiful." One says, "Thank God." One says, "Offorbuike, thank you for bringing me to listen to Adelaja." Another one says, "Don't listen to that man." So I said, "See, you just sit down and listen to it very well. You pick out something. Don't just conclude. Don't just conclude."
Now, I think it is symbolic that you are coming today, the day that I am, exposing the, God of Mammon and Bishop Oyedepo. And what I'm thinking is this, that God is trying to make a statement that the old generation is passing. It is a setting sun. Oyedepo and his generation, they are the sun that is setting. They are the setting sun. And your generation is the rising sun. Now, between that 25 years and 65 you know, that old generation in between, they have to find their way. But with your generation, I think there is a new future for Nigeria, because I think this is symbolic that you are coming today. And so where did you say you even got my books there in that university, or where?
Yes, in the bookstore. I got your books.
Where?
Money would make you read. Dominion bookstores in Kenaland.
Dominion bookstore.
Yes, at Kenaland, the bookstore at Kenaland. I got Money would make you rich and pastor of that, yes. I got them there.
I think by the time I finish with them today, they will throw everything out. I think they will throw away my books after now. But it's a good thing that they, it's a good thing that they were selling my books there. But let's see what will happen after this. Or maybe they will repent, who knows? But somebody is writing me right now to ask you for the meaning of your name, full name, Offorbuike.
Okay. My name is God is Power.
God?
It's kind of traditional. It means God is power. It's a traditional name.
God is means power? Power?
Yes, power.
Okay, yes.
Offor means like a staff, a strength of God.
Okay.
So that signifies that a traditional name. So because I'm the first one, so I think my father just wanted to baptize me with with tradition or something. So he gave me that name Offorbuike, meaning like the staff of God. This like Offor means in native language staff. So it means like the staff, the strength, the power of God. So that was he gave me Offor. That was they call in Igbo land. If you hear Offor, it's traditional. It's like Offor means staff or strength of God. So that's what he explained to me. Before I was fighting the name, I thought that the name was not a good name. So I was fighting. My mom says, "Don't fight this name, just accept it." So I had to accept it, and that's what they explained to me. So I think that's the staff of God.
Beautiful name, and it is prophetic name. Awesome. Okay, somebody, that I did a program before. The two programs I did before now, his name is Paul. So this guy, Paul, he was also going to Canaan Land, or whatever they call it, that church, Winners Chapel. And he also got my book from that book, from the Dominion, whatever, bookstore. But what he is saying is that he doesn't think that the people who are selling the book know what is in the book. He said they don't even know they don't have an idea what is in the book. They are just making money. As long as people are buying it, they are just selling the book. That's what they are doing. What do you think about that?
Yes, I think like the bookstores, they just gather the books, whatever, because people write and like, okay, get this author for me. So if someone wrote that and said, get Adelaja's book for me, so they just bought it. But I think after this series they are doing, because what they do is that after they get a book and an author, and they hear something like an error or something, they say, oh, this man, I have packed all these books, they'll get instruction from headquarters. And then any copy of this book there, you remove it. Because before I was buying Andrew Roman's books, but I think they said it's an error or something. So when I went to the bookstore next, they said I've cleared all the Andrew Roman's books from the bookstore. So I think maybe after this series, the instruction will come that every DSS book, wipe it away. So it might happen, who knows?
Yes, and it's a good time to wipe it away, because now, by the grace of God, we have just started printing books for Nigeria right now. This week, we started to print books in Nigeria, which will be cheaper, and they are now in the market. From this week, my books are going to be everywhere. They are going to be in the market and everywhere. There was a time that I promised to give my license to anybody that wants to print. So they were stealing my right before. What do they call them, Nigeria?
Pirates.
Pirates, yes. The pirates. So those pirates, they have gotten the license and they have started printing now. Now the books are going to be everywhere. Yes.
That's good, sir.
So it's a good time for them to get rid of them. Then people will be able to get them in the market everywhere.
Yes, sir. That's beautiful, sir.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Because where is that noise coming from? Because what right now, the books that are in Nigeria, they are being sold. The books that are in Nigeria, they are expensive a little bit, but with these pirates, because they are printing it cheaper. Can you hear now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, they are printing it cheaper, so the prices are now very good, because the prices now will be between 700 to 1,500, or maybe 2,000. Wow. But before now, the prices are much more expensive than that.
They're very high.
Yes. Now, so what are the things that you think listening to DSC and reading these books have done for your life? How has your life changed?
I think my life has changed significantly. First and foremost, helping discover a promised land. Because now I now know what I can do for the rest of my life. Because I don't think resolving the problems here would take me 5 or 10 years. I think I will just be soaked up in solving one problem or the other right now. I don't know how long, but I've told myself that I'm laying my life down just like Jesus did to see that this is the contribution I will give for my life. I'm going to do it. Because I found that what I'm going to do is not for money, it's not for anything, but for God. I'm doing it because I found my purpose, only for a purpose, and only for something meaningful. And every single day I go to the market, I see people dragging themselves on the floor. I see people who are begging. I see the beggars. I see every single thing. My heart is broken. My heart is torn. And I'm looking at them and I say, one day, very, very soon, all these things will be no more. These beggars you see on the streets will be no more. It won't be long. It won't be long. I'm coming for you guys. There's a man I see that he drags himself literally on the floor because of his leg is not good. So he pulls him in the mud. He pulls himself on the floor. And every single day I see him, I said, it won't be long. It won't be long. It won't be long. Because over here in Adelaja, the churches here that we have that are massive here are the Catholic churches. We have 2 massive Catholic churches here. But they're not doing this. That's what I'm saying, that maybe you are talking about Pentecostal. Very soon, I'll start raising the voice about the Catholics. Because we're having first fruits. Even in the Catholic church we're doing here. So we're having tithing here. We're having every single thing. The same thing exactly. Copy it down right here. I'm saying somebody needs to raise the voice for you. And I believe God has raised me. And at the right time, I will start sharing those messages that, see, these things they're doing are not right. We must go back to the origin, because my late dad benefited from the Catholic Church. They schooled him, but now that school is no longer there. The adult school that my dad benefited from is no longer there. They have wiped it away. So I'm saying someone needs to raise up alarm concerning that. And line up from the streets to down to the church are full with beggars. And every single Sunday we pass them and we go and give our seed, our tithe, our first fruits. They even do our programs. They sell holy water. What you want that is 15 naira. We sell it for 5,000 naira. Oh yeah, holy water. Prophet Michael Angel, holy water, 5,000 naira. Somebody can be sold. So those issues are the issues that I think that very soon, by God's grace, I will start talking about and start raising the alarm concerning those issues. So every single day I see those problems around me in this community, I feel that I know that one day, very, very soon, that we'll start addressing that there won't be any of those things here, because God is going to use us to enlighten people here and touch the lives of people. So I seriously look forward to that and pray towards that. And I'm taking the steps part time that will lead me to that.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm hearing you, because it means you are really listening to me. You are really a follower, because that is the basic of my teaching, that everybody must find their promised land. And everybody must dedicate themselves to resolving one problem or the other. If you get that, then you have listened to Pastor Sunday. You have really listened. I normally tell people, until you listen to 200 messages, you have never listened to me. But it's like you have listened. You have listened very well. Very, very, very proud of you.
And then I have over like 15 gig of the messages. 15? Over 15 or 20 gig.
Gigabyte.
Because I got it from Edwin. Everywhere my laptop is filled up with History Makers training, this series, one series, and the other, audio, video, so many of them. So and little by little, I'm listening to them over and over again. I'm listening to them. Even some words that you did maybe in a church or something, I have so many of those messages. I got it from Pastor Edwin.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Paul is writing, DSA, what your series on YouTube have done to us young people is that it has made us to begin to pursue the kingdom. and without putting any of our own focus on making money or about ourselves. But so they are now replaced. He said the series is making them to replace the self-centeredness that is in Nigerian church now, the pursuit of money, to now begin to just pursue God and His kingdom. Do you agree with what he's saying?
Perfectly, I agree with what he says. I agree with what he says. It's when you listen to the teachings and you listen to them very carefully, all you think about now is, hey, what can I do now? What can I do? I have very little time now. I must start work now. I can't just be hanging within the 4 walls. There must be a shift. We must shift now. I need to go out there and start taking hold of something and resolve them. So it centers your mind now on practical ways. Like one of the things I read your book about raising the new generation of
Steve Jobs
and Bill Gates. So yes, that we must convert spiritual energy. It's not when we pray, you must convert that energy. So I think we get a lot of energy in the church and this thing, but we don't convert that energy. We do Bible study and all that, but we don't convert those energies. So I think it makes us to see that, okay, it's not just about praying now. Now I've prayed, I've got that power, I must convert that energy to either a good or a size of product to talk to mankind. Because only tangible products benefit people on earth. If it's not tangible, it cannot be a blessing to those on earth. So we must not be thinking about, I'm caught in the spirit. Because that's what we do when I was in school. We have worship service. We want to be lost in God. We want to just fall down and go into His. But now we are thinking about tangible products. What is the tangible you can use to touch someone's life here? Not that, I have 4 hours of because we used to have marathon tongues. All we used to do in school. We just go and pray in tongues for 6 hours. And everybody say, hey, now you have prayed. You have prayed. So you come out sweating. Everybody say, you are powerful. But now it's okay, you have prayed now. What are the tangible things you've come up with? What did you hear from God? What did you get? What now do you have now that you can use to be a blessing to people? It's not about the hours you pray, but what you can give back to mankind. So those are the shifts that happen during listening to those programs.
Beautiful. So I think it's less than 1 year since you have started listening to me.
Yes, less than 1 year, sir.
And this kind of change, it means there is hope for Nigeria.
It's hope. Like you said in your book, How to Regain Your Lost Years, you must be intense in whatever you're doing. Anything you're doing must be intense because you must buy back time. So I have to be intense, listening to every single night and every single history makers training, trying to follow up so that you can't just, be like, one or two. You must be intense in our approach. So I try to imbibe that whatever I'm doing, I'm very intense so I can get the most out of it. So that's the step the approach I use.
Offorbuike, you have a great future ahead of you. And you have started very well. Don't stop. Keep on pursuing. Listen to as many things as you can listen to. Read as many books as possible and go for it. I see you repeating the same thing I've done in Ukraine here, over there. And I also see that by the grace of God, there will be thousands of people like you, that God will raise up the new generation of Nigerians that will build a new Nigeria. That's why I will keep on writing these new books. I will keep on writing books. I will keep on doing recordings so that you people will not fall to the error that the older generation are falling into. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for coming on today. Keep on the good work. Peace. I hope I will see you in 30 minutes time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I will see you in 30 minutes with Bishop Oyedepo.
Okay, sir.
God bless. Bye.